Oh my God, someone needs to call VH1 because Love and Hip Hop has just reached a whole new level of drama. This isn't just small-scale drama. This is relationship destruction and complete mayhem that could end a career. Yandy Smith just revealed something that left everyone in complete disbelief. But worse than that, instead of calling him out, Yandy slacked him. Yes, you read that right, a full-fledged reality show meltdown. The real question is, though, what did C.E. Harris get himself into? He was caught red-handed betraying Yandy in the most heinous way possible, and the person involved wasn't just any stranger. We all know that Yandy Smith and Mendeecees had their share of ups and downs, but this time it's different. The real question is, who is this mystery person? How did mice get caught? And did Yandy stop at just one slap, or was there more? This isn't about failed business ventures, so buckle up because this drama is just getting started. Yandy's own circle is already going down in history because of the public humiliation, complete disrespect, and insane controversy that no one saw coming. This could be the biggest scandal Love and Hip Hop has ever seen. Serious betrayal. And if we know anything about Yandy, it's that she seeks retribution when she feels betrayed. Let's go back in time and examine what exactly transpired. It all began when rumors circulated in the Love and Hip Hop world that Mess was becoming too close to someone he shouldn't be around. At first, Yandy dismissed the rumors because, let's face it, people like to cause drama and high-profile relationships. However, the evidence began to mount, first with late-night calls, then enigmatic text messages. And, finally, the last nail in the coffin was a leaked video. No, this wasn't just any video. It was security footage from a private location. And in it, Mendeecees way too close to someone Yandy never expected. By close, I mean whispering in her ear, giving her an embrace that was way too friendly and looking way too comfortable. And worst of all, this wasn't just any woman. This was someone Yandy considered family. Someone she had stood by, trusted, and defended through thick and thin. The question now is, who is this mystery woman? And is MC's relationship with Yandy Smith officially over? According to sources, Yandy Smith unexpectedly showed up at a private gathering where many saw Harris and this mystery woman hanging out. You would think that men would try to explain themselves. But instead, he just sat there, probably realizing that his entire world was about to fall apart. And then he was hit by a clean, disrespectful slap across the face that left everyone in the room gasping. This wasn't just a tap. You already know what happened next. Someone in the room was recording, and within minutes, the video was all over. Initially, she just walked in, locked eyes with Mendeecees, and the room fell silent. However, she wasn't about to sit back and play the fool, so she decided to handle things face to face. The betrayal was real on social media, and Mendeecees had no defense to spare him. It was a bit of a reality TV drama on the level of The War, and just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, Yandy turned to the woman. The video went viral on Instagram and Twitter, and fans were divided. Some felt that Yandy should have given him a harder slap, while others wanted to hear the whole story. However, let's face it, Mendeecees was walking away from the scandal without doing much damage control. And that was a big problem. The biggest question was, though, who the woman was. Because trust me, this name will shock you. Let's go back a bit if we're going to talk about MC's betrayal. We need to face the past. We've seen the warning signs before, but we didn't want to believe them. For example, when he first appeared on TV, he essentially admitted that he wouldn't have done the same for her while Yandy held him down while he was in jail. That was the first red flag. Next came the drama surrounding their legal marriage, in which Yandy was screaming from rooftops that she was in Harris, only to have it revealed that she never actually signed the paperwork. Now that we see MDC acting shady once more, is anyone really surprised? Let's go back to the mess. Mendeecees. He tried to act like he was laughing in public, but he was actually terrified that he was caught again. The internet was killing him. The real question is, how many more chances is Yandy willing to give this man? The situation was already dire. But the worst part was that the woman in question remained silent, making no public statements or responding to inquiries. Naturally, this only led to more speculation. Was it someone from Love and Hip Hop, a business associate, or someone even closer? Some fans vowed categorically that it had to be Camila or Erica Mena, both of whom have had complicated relationships with Yandy. Others began displaying old footage that broke down every single moment Mendeecees had with other women on the show. Suddenly, an Instagram gossip page came up, dropped an exclusive claiming to have inside information about the woman's identity, and when people saw it, chaos broke out. But before we get to that, let's talk about the harm the scandal is doing to Yandy's empire. She is a businesswoman with brand partnerships and endorsements, and at this point, the drama is threatening everything. Some companies are reportedly reconsidering their contracts with her, and that's just the beginning. This situation is far from over, and now for the moment of truth. Who is the mystery woman? When her name was revealed, no one saw it coming. So brace yourself, it was none other than Judy Harris's M's own mother. An anonymous source claims that Yandy had been suspicious of Mendeecees and Judy's unusually close relationship for months. This is just the beginning, because once the full truth is revealed, Yandy might just burn it all down. It was complete chaos, and people were shocked, confused, disgusted, and most importantly, questioning everything. At first, Yandy dismissed it because it was his mother. But then little details came to light, such as how Judy always supported M, even when he was completely wrong. There were odd inside jokes that didn't make sense, and the fact that Judy was present whenever M was busy, but what really caught her off guard was a phone bill while running the family business. Yandy came across Mrs. call logs and saw that Judy's was the most frequently called number. At first, she thought it was just a mother and son checking in. But then she noticed the timestamp, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. What might a mother and son be talking about at 4 o'clock in the morning? Things took a bad turn at that point since let's face it, Judy has always been too involved in Mrs. relationships in Washington, D.C. The inside jokes were way too personal, and some of the messages were so disturbing that they should never exist between a mother and son. Now I'm out there denying everything, saying, this is crazy, this is my mother. But let's not forget that Judy has a history of controlling the people in my state and arguing with Yandy over the most trivial matters. She's also the same woman who once forged the marriage license for Yandy and M in order to prove a point that she has always pretended to be in a territorial war over her own son. Just precisely why people think this scandal may be real. Now that there have been enough reports that she went straight home after verbally assaulting Judy on social media and began packing M's belongings. That's right, sis. She didn't wait for a public statement, and she didn't let M explain that. She wanted him out right away, and when I got home, he discovered his clothes stuffed in trash bags by the door. Yandy was standing there furious, saying, "Take this mess and leave now instead of accepting responsibility." Believe the internet lies about me? You really think I did something this crazy? Yandy. But Yandy wasn't listening, so she blasted the song I Don't Need to Think, I Know, and that was it. I tried to argue, but it was too late. Yandy had already made up her mind. Then, as all of this was happening, Judy went live on Instagram, and when I tell you, this woman was crying, acting like the real victim, and it was embarrassing. She was talking about how cruel people were, but the internet was paying attention to her comments, saying things like, "Ma'am, you've been acting Sue since season 1. The way you look at me is weird." Judy tried to ask why you would spread such vile rumors about me and my son. Yandy is just trying to get attention. But that backfired her horribly because just when she thought things couldn't get any worse, more receipts were revealed. Pay? A former assistant who had worked closely with the Harris family came forward with an anonymous confession, and what they revealed was shocking. Judy was allegedly controlling him behind the scenes, handling his finances, making important decisions for him, and even attempting to get a separate house for the two of them. At this point, the rumors weren't just online. People began to suspect that there was something seriously troubling about the relationship between Jui and Misa, however. Keep in mind that this isn't just some random reality TV drama. Some legal experts are saying there could be serious consequences. There are rumors that protective services might look into Mrs. Past, and some people are even speculating that this could turn into a full-fledged family investigation. Meanwhile, Yandy isn't just moving on. She's going for blood sources, claiming she's planning to file for full custody of their kids, and honestly, who can blame her if even half of these allegations are true? Children and Yandy won't allow him to ruin her family. If you thought this war was bad, consider what she did next after kicking me out. She let the internet drag him and Judy for Phil Peck, but she didn't stop there. Yandy took the last step and went straight to a liar. That's right. Sis wasn't just breaking up with him. She was destroying him. What she did next sent shockwaves through the entire hip-hop and love world, because she wasn't just filing for full custody. She was planning to expose M in a way that would ruin him forever. Now let's talk about these legal actions, because Yandy handled this like a true chess master. She started by filing an urgent petition for sole custody, citing serious concerns that M is an unfit father and that the children's safety is in jeopardy. However, she didn't stop there, because, guess what? M has even more secrets in his closet than Yandy ever thought. We're talking about bank records, phone logs, and even possible witness testimony that could confirm what people have been whispering for years. That my relationship with Judy was far more inappropriate than anyone dared to believe. Once these documents enter the courtroom, the game is over. But if what insiders say is accurate, these new receipts could ruin Mrs. reputation forever, possibly ruining his career. Let's face it, once the internet gets hold of these kinds of receipts, there's no turning back. However, you already know that I don't give up easily. So instead of focusing on clearing his name or even arguing his case in court, I did something so childish and petty that it became the messiest move of the year. Instead of remaining silent and proving his innocence, M ran straight into his ex's arms. Yes, Erica Dixon. When the news hit blogs, the internet went crazy because, let's not forget, this is retaliation, not love. The same Erica who spent years warning people about M, calling him manipulative, a liar and self-centered, is now taking him back. However, the internet saw right through it, and people were dragging them in the comments, saying things like, "This isn't love. This is a petty war. And it's not Erica taking in the trash, because, let's be real, this isn't some grand romantic reunion and everyone knows it." Just when we thought this drama couldn't get any worse, guests chose to make things even more chaotic, Judy, because we thought she would finally stop talking and disappearing. She went on a full-fledged press tour, podcasts, interviews, and Instagram lives, and instead of putting an end to the rumors, she made them 10 times worse. She said, "People just don't understand the type of bond and she'll have. We have a connection that's deeper than most people can comprehend." The internet went crazy, with people saying things like, "Lady, you are not helping yourself? And the way you talk about him is weird if you want to prove you're not sus." But this is where things get really wild. Bravo is now considering severing ties with both Judy and me, and if that happens, it's a wrap for them. No more reality TV checks, no more club bookings, no more brand deals, nothing. Meanwhile, Yandy is thriving while Judy and I are out there looking like a hot mess. The reason for this is that the network behind Love and Hip Hop is now getting involved because the scandal has grown so big that producers are worried about what it could do to the show's reputation. Let's face it, this is a real-life tragedy that could ruin careers. The best part is that she isn't even addressing the drama. Instead, she is just letting Judy and me ruin ourselves, because in the end, the truth always comes out. And when it does, people will only have themselves to blame. The biggest scandal in hip-hop and love history has just been revealed. But believe me, this is far from over. If there's one thing we know, Judy messed with the wrong person. And now Yandy is sitting exactly where she belongs, Bale's on top, but this drama is far from over. And you already know that the internet is watching, so let me ask you, do you think Yandy is making the right move by requesting full custody, or am I about to pull a crazy stunt to turn the tables? And let's not forget about Judy and Erica. Do they really have a grand scheme, or are they just making things worse? This tea is way too hot to drink alone. Please share your thoughts in the comments section. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next exciting update. I promise you that this story is only getting more intense, and the drama never stops.